Welcome to the show. Now, we briefly mentioned marketing your business in the news recently, and we heard about a book written by someone who cut their teeth selling tech to everyone from NBC to NASA, mastering old school techniques and then discovering marketing automation.
So we're delighted to be joined today by Cindy Zeulsdorf, author of 7 Marketing Basics, and someone who's an all-round automation expert. Welcome to the show, Cindy. Now, this new book of yours, give us a brief rundown. Give us what made you write it?
Absolutely. Glad to see you. Thanks for having me. All right. So what made me write it? I had people phoning me up and asking me, what's working, what's working for marketing and what should I do? And so I was jumping on the phone with friends and family and small business owners and just kind of going through what we'd been doing with clients. And so I get to work with different companies in the broadcast space right now, every day, all day long. And so we know what's working with the people we are doing things with, from Leader to Open Gear to Deck Tech and so many more out there. And so I took those 7 and put them into a book.
So I guess before we get into the solutions, it'd be quite interesting to hear from your experience the biggest mistakes and pitfalls that you see new companies making in their marketing strategy.
Yeah. So in the 7 marketing basics, we put those 7 in there that work really, really well. And those are always great to start with. And I'd say what we see the most with, this is Mango, he loves marketing as well. What we see a lot of folks doing that is just hard is I was talking with someone yesterday, if I can share, and they were just trying everything. Yeah. So they had, we're doing X, Y, Z, 100 things, and it's too much. So I'd say the mistake is just doing too much and not getting narrow and focusing.
Where did you pick up all these tips? Have you? Your everyday, Yeah.
So I started out hanging out with my dad, who was a chief engineer at the ABC affiliates in Wisconsin in the US. And so I would hang out on remote trucks and run triacs and do crazy things like that. Fast forward to later in life when I was selling equipment to TV stations. So I worked at a manufacturer where I did all the sales and marketing and service, and there's a team. But when I started, there were just 2 people, and then the company grew from there. So, I started by having a grocery bag of leads from NAB. What do you do with those, right? And then kind of working through different things.
So most people have heard of the 80-20 rule, and I know the book when I've started reading it, it sort of focuses on that, and it's about making the 80% of effort you put in to get 20% of your reward, sort of like automating that 80%, isn't it, really?
Yeah, and actually a little bit the reverse of that, so that we sort of know if you've worked with sales reps, everybody watching right now, a lot of you have worked with sales reps. We know that about 20% of your sales reps are selling 80% of the kit. That's just always how it is, right? You want maybe 100% of them selling, but it turns out to be just a small bit. And we find that as well in marketing, that 20% of what we're doing is bringing in 80% of the results. Right? So we know that certain activities, and again, I kind of picked the ones that were working the best and put those in the book because those few seem to bring in the bulk of the results.
So have you got any specific stories about the 7 marketing basics with people you've worked with that you can share with us?
Oh, absolutely. So many. Let's see. Okay, one of my favorites. So we're working with a software company, and they're doing, like a signal processing type stuff on for file-based. And we started talking, and I was just asking those questions, like, what happens right before someone buys? Oh, well, they download a trial. Oh, okay. Well, let's go ahead and make all the marketing feed toward downloading a trial. And the process in the past had been very manual, to where maybe the tech or engineers sending out the trial and then phoning up and then checking, which is all good. We still want to do those things and have the personal touch. But when we can automate it and have like the software trial go out automatically, and then maybe the top tips go out automatically after that, like, hey, now that you're set up, here's X, Y, and Z. So it sounds very obvious, right? Because we all experience that every day, but just setting that up for them made a huge difference. And then if I can take it a step further, I started asking, like, what do the people know? What do the engineers need to know before they buy your product? Oh, they need to know about this technology and how this specific, spec applies to them, and how to do these things around that spec. Oh, okay. So we found a document about that and turned it into a kind of guide. And that's sort of more top of funnel. If we think about sales and marketing, like people get interested and find out, okay, I need to know about this technology. And then now we next ask them, would you like to download a trial? And so these are things we would normally do in everyday conversation. So it's taking that sales conversation and turning it into a system so we don't lose leads.
I mean, on the subject of leads, Cindy, I mean, the last 18 months has been a challenge for everybody in all sorts of ways. And one of the largest sources of leads that most companies generate is a trade show. What have your clients and your contacts, for example, been doing in the absence of trade shows to maintain lead generation?
Good one. I kind of love a trade show. I might be a little crazy like that, but I like doing IBC and NAB and West. All right. Well, so this might sound cringy at first, but just go with me. We started doing a lot more webinars with people. And yes, some people feel a bit fatigued by those right now. However, let me say, I think we've hosted over 200 in the last 18 months with people, just helping them get the word out. And as you well know, if the information serves and is relevant and is helpful, people show up and they're glad to have it. If it's a sales pitch, they don't want to come, and really, who would, right? So doing those things online and having more video like we're doing here is so important. So we put an entire system together around doing webinars with clients. And if I can tell you, one of the things that works the best on those, we're seeing even this month right now, is bringing in someone who's an expert in the field, who's maybe working on a TV show or sports, a worldwide sports event or something like that, and have that engineer on as the guest and give some technical information that people care about. That works very well.
So, Cindy, we're all suffering from this, you say, this webinar fatigue, and you've got a couple of tricks, but what has been the most successful way of maintaining engagement and getting people onto the seminars, or the webinars, sorry?
Yeah, well, for one thing, sometimes we switch it up and call it seminar, just like you just did. So that's a fair point, is changing up the space around it. Or we might say it's a master class or something like that, to help people know they're going to get skills when they walk away from it. So that's one right there. A second one is during the session itself, we usually have someone on, like from our team or maybe the client's team, who we call the chat master, and they're taking care of all the engagement and giving really helpful resources and talking with people and that kind of thing, whether it's talking with them in chat or even just having a quick conversation. So that engagement piece is huge. And then if I can give a third one, especially for people who turn up live, have a free resource for them, something really special that they can take, that's maybe a block diagram or a template or something that can help them further on the topic they're interested in. And so this is my real life example I have for anybody here. I have a free resource for you that's my marketing master plan, that if you take 7 minutes, you can go through it and that you'll help yourself know what to do next in your business. So text the word KitPlus to me right now, and it's +1 530 203 5703. So when you text the word KitPlus to me, I'm going to ask your first name and your email address, and then automatically send you a PDF of a very valuable free resource. Everybody loves it. You're helping more people on the seminar or webinar get what they want. So that's another trick. And I've got more, but I can stop there.
Yeah.
Excellent. And just before we let you go, Cindy, the 7 Marketing Basics book has been out for a little while now. I think there's something that's just hitting the press right now, isn't there?
That's right. So 7marketingbasicsbook.com. You can pick up the book for free. Just pick up the shipping, or you can get it on Amazon. It hit #1 on small marketing for business on Amazon, which is awesome. And the new book, thank you. It's because of all the people watching right here that happened, by the way. So the new book It's true. It's true because my friends in the broadcast media industry are the ones that bought it and made that happen. So that's real. The SMPTE meetings and all the people that at those places. The new book is called The Female Entrepreneur's Playbook, and I got together with 20 other women, and we're sharing our stories about how to make a successful business. And so that's out for pre-order right now on iBooks and Amazon. And it's a wonderful collection of stories from people who started a business. So if you've ever wondered about starting a business or kind of just want a behind the scenes look, this is the book for you.
Brilliant.
Just a final contact information thing. Are there any other Twitters or websites or Instagrams or anything that people can find you on? Any other methods?
Yes. So my company is Kokoro Marketing, and the website is Kokoro Inc. KOKOROINC. And Kokoro means heart, mind, and spirit, because we have to know about what people care about when we're doing sales and marketing, right? So Kokoro Inc. And you can find me on Instagram and LinkedIn at my full name, Cindy Zeulsdorf.
Brilliant. Thank you very much, Cindy, for joining us. Do check out the book on Amazon and obviously do the pre-order on the new book. There's always something to learn or a refresher to have. Thanks to Mediaproxy for their support of KitPlus TV. You can check them out at mediaproxy.com. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.